for sports.
Keeping Score with Jess and Dean.
It is Sunday, August 23rd, second to last show of Keeping Score with Jess and Dean. Birthday weekend. Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, I don't know. You told me to wear black earlier in the week. I don't know if someone was doing a eulogy. I mean, a couple of nights couple of nights I had at Antonio's, I really thought I was going to buy the farm. I really did. Like, I had to do a funeral one day. Like, Thursday I had a funeral, and I didn't have time to eat. And I mean, I don't care because I can get through the day. But I was depleted. I felt like I was just going to keel over and just it'd be all over. I'd buy the farm right there during the shift.
At work?
With Mama G at the bar, the whole night.
Oh, no, forget it. She'd never recover. Forget it. That was the best part of her day on Thursday was beeping past our house and seeing Dean at Antonio's. I have that text if you don't believe me. What'd she have? Did she have a Cosmo?
She loves me a lot more than everyone else does. She had her Cosmo, and what did she have for dinner? I'm trying to think.
The eggplant?
No, she had the Oricchetti with the Robbie and sausage.
Oh, very nice. Well played.
She's harmless, but then they leave, and it's like you almost want to see them stay because now you got to turn 4 more, and it's a lot. It was challenging. I realize even though I am losing a step, it's really not me. I just think Antonio's just busier.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing because it's your customer service.
Yeah.
That's
and
really
I'm gonna have a little more.
back.
And in about 10 days, I'm gonna have a little bit more time on my hands. So now I got to do Friday funerals again.
Well, I mean,
lame.
You can look forward to me just popping in because I'll have less time.
Always.
I mean, more time on a Friday. So yes, birthday weekend. Did you do anything? Are you planning on celebrating? I will like to say this. It'll be for the last show. Your gift is on delay, so
well, I told you don't get me anything.
I know.
Told you.
It's your birthday.
Well, I mean, come on.
What?
No, I appreciate it.
I'm very excited that you were born, so I would like to celebrate and making you happy by giving you a gift that I think you're going to like.
Well, I appreciate that.
As a hint, I can't tell you what it is, but Jessica Cabral did say, "I want that." So you know it's a big deal.
That carries a lot of weight.
It does.
It carries a lot of weight for a little peanut.
Yeah, I know. Not impressed by anything, by the way, but was impressed with your gift. So that'll be next week for our final show.
I noticed you walked me in scrunchy, and now it's like head down. I guess the significant other took care of that. Very cascading. Looks nice.
We should let the people know
on a crummy day. By the way,
I know. All weekend is not. That's not looking so great. But the alcohol tastes the same no matter what the weather. But we have Dan, our engineer, in studio with us today. Also, independent photographer. Come on, stick your head in there. Go ahead. So we figured there he is. We're on YouTube. Yeah. So we figured Dan is really great at taking photos. So I thought for our last show, like I'd have something for our last show. So it's like a little candid.
That. So that was the point of the whole black thing?
Yeah, it's just nice. Right. It's nice with the red. He told me to wear it, right? Black is better.
All right. So I guess I made the adjustment. I went black on black on black on black. I couldn't do it anymore. I went with the grayish silver Under Armour hat. Yeah. But it's kind of crummy up. But you asked me earlier, your original question was no big plans for the birthday, just peace and quiet. Yeah. Going out with my mother and brother, not Spain. Okay. Actually leaving Cranston. No, and I won't give the destination. I'm going to keep my personal life to myself.
Foxy lady.
What?
No, okay. Mom doesn't like that.
Absolutely
Mom does not want to go there.
That's not going to the lady, okay? And it's kind of odd when you're going to make reservations, and it's like I feel like the Seinfeld and the Costanza, it's like it's 5 o'clock reservation because it's like early bird special.
I love 5 o'clock. If I could do 4:30, I would do 4:30. It's better to eat early.
My mother's 92. Let's do the math over here, okay? So it is what it is. So I do it more for them. I could, if you said to me, Dean, what would you like to do for your birthday? It's your call completely. I would have that whole day to myself, but they're the only family I have, and that's what you do. But I'm doing it more to get my mother out of the house and give her a night out and a dinner and stuff like that. So me, my mother, and brother will have a nice time.
Do they make the staff sing happy birthday to you and then give you a cake?
No, that's annoying in Spain too. They do it every 20 minutes. That's so sad. That's foolish. We don't even do that for my mother. We always get a Carvel cake and we go back to the house.
Oh,
so Larry will get the Carvel cake. That's the only cake I'll eat. I don't eat any sweets or anything. Just the Carvel cake.
I love that with the crunchies. Yeah, the ultimate.
Love that. Love that. So we do that. We'll come home. I think the Sox play because they're entertaining San Fran this weekend.
Entertaining.
Sox play. Sox entertain Devers and the Giants. So that'll be that's a 3:15 game. So I'll catch a little before I go out. for the dinner, and then come
the dinner.
home.
Does the dinner have TVs that you could watch some of the game, or is it a
no?
fancy
This is the
dinner?
kind of place where, the girl asked me on the phone. I guess you can book it like online. I don't know how to do that. So I still have to speak to a hostess, and she said, "Would you like a table or
do their job.
Would you like a high top?" I said, "Those are the ones near the bar." She said, "Yes." I said, "No, my mother's 92. It ain't happening.
No.
Put us in the dining room, and we're good to go." So we'll have a nice time. It was just to spend some family time together, and and then it's just another day. But I have to acknowledge it.
Yes, well, we're very happy to have you.
And by the way,
what?
I always tell people this. It's crazy because someone at the bar the other night asked me how long I've been at Antonio's.
Oh yes, congratulations.
The lady said 20 years. I said, you're gonna add like a decade and a half. And I said, actually, it's funny you asked that. I go, Sunday will be
today?
Yes, 35 years.
Woo! Did you get like a commemorative watch?
Well, I'm still waiting for Hoppy to do the bust out in front of like the little eatery out there for me. I mean,
hello, well deserved.
Yeah. You might see. I got some. I got some props later on in the show. You might see some type of likeness of myself. Okay, this one's gonna.
They didn't make you a bobblehead.
This one's gonna take you for a loop. Well, so just so you know, Pinnock, my buddy Pinnock and Stephanie, they came to our remote at the Oaks Tavern 3 years ago, and I want an only remote. We had like 12 people there. It was big.
It was early, and we had to get and then you had to leave.
And the Greek assassin didn't show up. I'm just trying to be positive. I'm trying to be positive here. Him and I have had some conversations of late. Nothing about that. I'm not going retro, but he still listens. Still a loyal listener right to the end for us.
Thank you.
But no, back to Steph and Pinnock. When I was in their wedding party, obviously you get a gift for being in the wedding, so everybody gets something. It's usually uniform. Everybody gets the same thing, but I don't think that's how they did it this time because I got a bobblehead of myself.
Oh my God!
And it's got me with. Speaking of how we were told to dress today, all black. Obviously, like I'm at Antonio's, the gear, the little gray goatee, the glasses, and you look at it. It's like even if you don't think it really looks like you, it's still a likeness of you. So you're going to be floored when you see the end of this show today on Keeping Score.
Reminder on YouTube.
Our second to last episode here, and Good Times.
Pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, we really are, and it's a good thing, even though it's a little bit bittersweet. But it's time, and it's been the ride. It's been that, and I know we'll probably get a little bit more into it next week. Even I just hope we both can keep it together. That's all, because it's like
I don't know if I can ugly cry.
You've kind of already tipped your hand a little bit that you might lose your noodle. But I mean, if it's waterworks, I don't know what to do. I mean, I can pause it and come give you a hug. You can pause the board. I don't know. Just stay upright because I can't get it back going again. All right, so we're hosed. I mean,
what we should do, full disclosure, there's going to be some sports in the show today. We don't know exactly. No. We didn't even make an outline. For the first time in 4 years, you provided me with, I'm going to show up and we're going to see what happens. And we have birthdays and that's pretty much it. I was glad
we did Pro FM and we can mention it again in the baseball if there even is a segment. But you brought up Mickey Gasper, another great story. I think even though I have a couple of things in my notes about some things that aggravated me in the last week or a couple of weeks in my life, I want to try to keep it, more positive. And that Mickey Gasper story is great. The kid from Bryant. I still say Bryant College, but you were right on Pro FM. You said Bryant University. Yeah. They're a university now. It's D1. Yeah. And he's in the major leagues playing for the Red Sox. Homers in 3 straight games. Looks like Mr. Clutch the last week. He's about 5'7", coming up there and hitting clutch.
I know.
He nailed one around Pesky's pole the other night, and he hit a couple of deep shots to right center. Those are not cheapies.
How old is he?
Gasper, I know you think he looks old. I think maybe it's
a mustache thing with
28, 29 maybe.
So he is older than Toley, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By the way, it's funny you brought Toley up. There was this, I love the MLB Network. They did a one-on-one interview with him on the MLB Network, and it was just, you see the goofy guy. Yeah. That's funny, but also, people forget that he lost his mother 2 years ago. So, to illness and cancer, and it was very sad, but he still, talks to her and he still texts her even though she's going. Really? It was just like you just get the chills. Just like I'm watching the game the other night and I'm like, I'm hoping that come on guys, get it together, Contreras, run the ball out. And yet it's the 2 days of the Dana Farber, the Jimmy Fund thing, and I'm worried about the Sox getting a W when you're looking at these kids and these people, real people that are in the booth telling their story about, they're in the middle of it right now. Some are in remission. Some are like right in the heart of this. And I'm worried about a W.
Right.
It really puts things in perspective. I have goosebumps right now thinking about it. Like,
Well, they raised $3 million, I think.
Yeah, they did more than that, I think. Yeah, it's really, really, they've raised over $80 million since 2002. So
good.
It's a real thing and puts everything in perspective.
Yeah, 100%. And did they win?
That game, they actually did win.
Suarez
gave up a granny, but then they did come back. They got 2 out of 3 from Arizona. Dropped that last game when Gasper hit the 3-run homer to tie it. Sox subsequently lost in 10 innings. But, they're stumbling a little bit, but I still like their playoff spot. We'll get into it a little bit later.
All right, so why don't we do this? We'll start with the NFL. We're going to just go through the schedule, talk about preseason. I know you're not into that really, but we'll just bang a little bit of that out. Then we'll do baseball. And then whatever. Yeah. Whatever happens, happens. We have Dan in studio. Yeah. He's taking headshots galore. How's my posture? Wonderful. Thank you. All right. Very good. So let's kick things off with football. All right. So they had their preseason game against the Eagles on Saturday night at Gillette. Not the greatest in weather conditions, but I will say this. They had an interview with AJ Brown after one of the joint practices, and they said, "Did you just talk to Jalen Hurts at all?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "I won a Super Bowl with them." Like he gets that, but it's not like that he's going to go up and be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And give him a hug. So I don't know how I feel about
that much to do that.
I know.
So
like
obviously
there's
something. He had to go.
Right.
Clearly.
Right.
I mean,
I'm fine with that.
They won a Super Bowl. He said all the right things, but to admit that, like. No, I haven't talked. I think he said I haven't talked to that guy yet, or something like that. It was just like you don't even they didn't even know each other,
right?
Like that we close that chapter and we move on.
And how many years did they play together? By the way,
I believe Brown was there
5?
4.
Oh, okay, 4.
Because I think he was maybe 4 years in Tennessee with Vrabel, so 4. He's already 8 years. He's in his 9th year. So,
wow.
Yeah, but they did some great things. They won a Super Bowl, almost won another. I mean, come on, they were there.
Yeah, no.
And Brown was productive, 1,000 yards every year. He's a guy got the job done. Let's hope he does it here.
They were talking about, speaking of Vrabel, obviously the Witherspoon deal is done for the Seahawks. He got, I think it was 33. Was it 33 million that they settled on? As of right now, for our show, Gonzo still doesn't have a deal. What I've heard, and now I think it's a little ridiculous. I do believe we should spend the money on him. I do think it's worth it. That's why we had the pick. That's why we got a hit on that. But they're saying like now he's asking like for 40 million. I feel like if it's 35 million, you're a little above Witherspoon, which by the way has overall they say has better stats than him. Fine, whatever. I know that he's built differently. But 40 million is ridiculous.
I told you, I said, at what point you draw a line in the sand? I love the player, but if he's going to keep saying, I want this, that, if they give him a fair offer and they make him the highest paid of all time, and he says, well, I want this. Well, I mean, at some point, enough is enough.
Right.
And I'm not saying let's just move him, but like something's got to give here. This is tiring now.
Yeah,
this should be done.
Right. And like, I also think that it's only wasting his time by not playing right now. I mean, he's not going to play preseason, but just not being on the field, scrimmaging, with other teams just to see how you do. So I don't know. I want them to spend the money, but I also think if he's asking for 41 million, you're ridiculous. You're not getting 7 million more than Witherspoon.
So my question to you would be, if this thing goes sideways and he ends up out of town somehow, he moved, and he said he wanted 40, and the Patriots offered him 35. Are we gonna play the cheap card on the Patriots and say, you know what, on this one I can't blame them. I mean, enough is enough. Right. What take would you have? What would be your stance?
No, I would agree with the Patriots.
You're making a pig of yourself now. I get it. It's a brutal game. Guaranteed money's the stipulation. Everybody wants the signing bonus and that guaranteed money because you never know when it could go. It could end tomorrow for you.
Of course.
I get it, but when is enough?
You
want 40 million on our salary cap? 35 is crazy, but that's if that's the market that's been set, fine. Mm-hmm. But I'm not giving him 7 more million per year annually than Witherspoon. Witherspoon's got hardware, by the way.
Right.
It's got a Super Bowl ring
too.
That's
what I'm saying. So he could I don't think it should be 30 million, 33 million and a half. It has. But give him 34.
Little gap. I got it.
Yeah.
Tack on a couple of million. We're not tacking on 7.
Right. I agree. So, all right. So we're on the same page with that.
Absolutely.
But I don't want to lose him.
No, you lose him. You hose. You're banking on Carlton Davis. Of course, Marcus Jones is more of a slot corner. You definitely, you spread yourself thin there. Usually you see trades made. If he does get sent out of town, usually they bring draft picks back. It's usually not player for player, but in that situation, you'd have to, talk to a team. And I hate to do this. We're talking about trading them already.
Yeah, I know.
But if you send them to another team, you maybe look at a squad that you could bring another cornerback into the fold because you'd be thin. That's a very important position. He shuts down half the field.
No, he does. And like I said, his Super Bowl playoff performance last year is worth the money, but I don't think that jump.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about in football wise before we get into the schedule that we're not going to be able to report on?
No, let's dive right into it right now. Time is of the essence.
I can't believe so I did see the commercial on ESPN. They revived the hump day with the camel. I know what day it is. It's very funny. So it's with Mike Tirico and Chris, I think it's Chris Collinsworth, right?
Okay.
So they're in the office and the camel goes through. Guess what day it is? Because the season starts on a Wednesday. And he's like, Mike, guess what day it is? So it's hump day. Right. And so that's why the first game of the season is the Patriots taking on Seattle at Seattle in a Wednesday night, which,
wow.
I guess they're just going to go all over the place this year. I mean, I think the spread, they have it at the Patriots only getting 3. I think if the Patriots were getting more, I'd be into it. But for the first game of the season, unfortunately, I think the Patriots are going to start off a little cold and that the Seahawks are going to take the W.
Yeah, I mean, 0-1, you don't want to see that, but it looks like, you're playing the Super Bowl champs. They dominated the Pats in the Super Bowl. So
have you watched them on Hard Knocks?
No, so I watch Hard Knocks every year, maybe because I don't want to hear anything about the fact that they beat us. And I'm out on the Hard Knocks.
They
this
say
year,
the team is very likable. They're all about business
Good.
and they respect and support each other.
Right.
So.
I don't need to see it. It's just like me. Like I'm not watching every time I watch stuff on NFL Network, I'm not watching the old Super Bowls with the 2 that we lost to the Giants.
Yeah, okay.
Do the math. So obviously I don't want to see anything where I have to be reminded.
I don't like doing math.
That we got dominated. But I'm with you in this one. I'm going to be looking at seeing how Drake May looks in season 3, even though it's week 1. But I like Seattle in this game.
All right. The second game of the season, Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Aaron Rodgers is 600 years old. I can't stand the Steelers. I think we're going to take a win. It's our first home game. It's a 1:00 game, and I'm going with the W.
Don't laugh at me, Jess. It's week 2. I'm calling it. I don't want to say a must win, but in a sense it is because that first month with these first 4 games, I was hoping for 2-2. If you're going to go 2-2 in the first 4, this one's a must win. You're at home. This was one of the games they lost at home last year early in the season
because they were a mess.
And the Pats went crazy, but they turned it after that. They turned it over 5 times that day.
Right.
Won't be the same situation with in this one. McCarthy on the sidelines doesn't look right to me in Pittsburgh without Tomlin. I like the Patriots.
They're very good. We have game number 3 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. We never do well in the heat. This game will be interesting to me because I think this game is going to be better than the 2 previous games. I think this will show a lot with Cohen and with Carmella.
Who?
And what was his name? He's a mix of Carmella and
Furio.
Okay.
Furio.
So this game, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping we get the win.
Yeah.
Because I think we have better talent. Yeah, I'm going to go with the win, but I think it's going to be super close.
Yeah, I picked the Pats in this game. Like I said, this is the one that kind of helps us get to that 2-2 through the first 4 because you got Buffalo next week. We'll get into it in a minute. But Liam Cohen's got it going right there with Lawrence. He's definitely clicked. Don't forget a full season with Jacoby Myers after he came over in the trade. So you got him for a full season. That's definitely 80 to 100 catches. The Pats have got to grab this one. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a tight one, but I'll take the Patriots.
All right, very good. Then we're at the Bills the next week. A lot of trashing of their new stadium. A lot of restricted views. Like they made this whole thing up, and then you're looking at the game through glass. Like there's a lot of trash.
So the architect butchered it. I mean, it hasn't even started yet.
More. Like let's think about the roads in Rhode Island. Yeah. Like everything nowadays is just not done properly anymore. People saying the old stadium's better, but I think the Bills are going to be pretty pumped to be playing the Patriots at home in the new stadium. I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback right now in the league. So I am unfortunately going to go with a loss for the Patriots on that one.
I'm going to go with my partner here. And I still think that it's a winnable game and the Pats could take this one. But I think when the smoke clears, it's going to be another close one, but I'll take Buffalo.
All right, very good. Then we have the Raiders at home. They suck. Mendoza, he looked a little, he called Joe Buck, Mr. Buck, like what's going on, and said did a couple God blesses. Anyway, he didn't look too good in the preseason, but he's a rookie. I'm going to go with definitely a Patriots win at that one at home.
Yeah, and of course, I think the Pats lost to them in week 1 last year, right? But this is a different Patriots team and a different Raiders team. They got some talent. Bowers, I like the tight end. The running back's going to have a bounce back here. It looks like Kirk Cousins will be the starter. Crosby on defense. I know he wanted to be there all along. We get it. Yeah. I'll take the Pats in this one.
Very good. Then we are at home again 2 weeks in a row, taking on the Giants. I mean, the Jets. The Jets. Wait, who's their quarterback now?
Geno Smith.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
oh,
Geno
okay.
Smith.
All
Yeah,
right.
again.
Then I'm going W on that one.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste much time. They got a talented roster, but
right.
I'll take the Patriots. I don't see any problem.
All right, very good. Then we have at the Chicago Bears, and the Bears look good. It's on Amazon, by the way, so you're going to be able to watch that.
Let's see.
October 22nd.
It's a Thursday, so if I get out of work, PJs will have it. I don't go during the week anymore, but maybe I make a PJs run for that one.
Okay, all right, very good. There,
Amazon, hold on, Amazon Prime. I have that at home. I can go home. Yeah. Do you have to order it, or do you get it?
No. You can get it.
All right.
You know,
all right. I'll be in touch.
That'll be an excuse.
That'll be an excuse for us to,
to see each other.
Unfortunately, just because I already went through the schedule, I combed through it, and I've already circled L's. And this one I have is a Bears win. It's at Chicago.
At the Bears. That's what I have.
8:15 game on Thursday, October 22nd.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what Caleb Williams does in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 for him. Ben Johnson's going to do a good job there, but unfortunately, I'll take the Bears in a tight one.
All right, very good. And then up next, we're at Miami. We always seem to lose the first game with Miami, but they're trash.
I know. We
aren't
talked
they?
about
Are
it
they
last
garbage?
week. Malik Willis, the immortal Malik Willis, is the starting quarterback there. Patriots do usually lose down there, even during the Brady days.
Yeah.
But we did win in overtime there last year. It was a close game. I think it wasn't overtime. I'm sorry.
23-20.
$4 being the field goal. I know. All right, let's leave it. I'll take the Pats.
All right, very good. We have at home against the Green Bay Packers. I think that's going to be a great game. Like if there's tickets to win for that, I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be a great game. 425. I'm going with a win for the Patriots at home.
Yes, we're very similar in our picks right now.
Good,
I think it's going to be
that.
a great game. Jordan Love, I keep saying it's like either you take the next step, you're going to be an MVP candidate, you're just going to be like another guy. Favre, Rodgers, Love. No, he needs to do more. Yeah. But I'll take the Pats in this one.
All right, then they're traveling to Munich, Germany. I love a good 9:30 matchup on a Sunday, taking on the Detroit Lions. I'm going with the Lions because Gibbs, there are certain weapons, and I know we have AJ, but I don't know. The Lions have to bounce back this year, and I think they're going to be hard-pressed to be in the Super Bowl.
I agree with you. I picked Detroit in this game, and I think it's going to be tight, and it's not going to be because of Jared Goff. It's going to be Gibbs and a couple of the receivers, even though he's obviously, and their defense with Hutchinson. I'll take Detroit.
All right, and then we have him at the Chargers. I'm putting a win because I can't stand Justin Herbert holding his fiance's hand during preseason and just walking around the field. It's grossing me out. So I hope they destroy that team.
You know how I feel about Herbert. I think he stinks on ice for the talent we believe, or everybody believes that he has.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh, I think he's starting to lose it a little. But this one's the one, just because I have to do something here to go against the grain. It's on the road. I picked the Chargers.
No kidding.
I did.
All right, very good. And then we're at home against the Bills. That's going to be another to say December 6th. What the hell's going to happen?
Just tell you, I'm going into the season saying you're going to go neck and neck for that division with Buffalo.
Right.
You're going to split the 2 games. I've got this one as a win for the Pats. They got to bounce back and beat the Bills in this one.
All right, very good. And the week after, it's the Minnesota Vikings. They're a mess. They don't even have their head. Do they have their head coach anymore?
Kevin O'Connell's still there. And we talked about this last week. And Kyler Murray's the starting quarterback.
No, but that's a win for us.
Yeah, so I got the Pats in this one. That's another Amazon game.
Yep.
A Thursday Amazon game again.
Yes, well done. And then we have at the Kansas City Chiefs. It'll be interesting to see. All I hear about in training camp, or preseason rather, is that Travis Kelce is incredibly slow right now. So this is going to be it for him.
He's 35. He just got married. I'm just saying. Let's put it all together. I picked Kansas City in this game. I figured by Monday, December 21st, not only will Mahomes be rocking the house, yes, and he'll be healthier because it's week 1. But by week, we're talking about the stretch run here, the last month of the season. I'll take the Chiefs on ESPN on the 21st of December.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Okay. All right.
We got them at the New York Jets. That's a win.
Yes.
Not even worth talking about. At the Denver, TBD. So we don't know about the Denver Broncos and the Dolphins. We don't know the dates, but we know they're going to be playing the Broncos at home. I would really like to see this. If Bo Nix is healthy, it'll be fun. It would be kind of like a playoff matchup again when we're not playing Stidham.
Yeah, of course. Nix, he's going to be hungry. He didn't get to play them in the AFC Championship game. What could have been? Well, now he gets to see the revenge a little bit of be healthy. Hopefully, he'll be healthy for the Denver sake because they're not going to win with Stidham.
No,
I got the Pats winning this game. That's a good Denver roster, but a beatable team.
All right, very good. I have them as a loss, and then finally I have them winning against Miami. So what do I have? 1, 2, 3. 5 losses is what I have as a total. How many losses do you
have? I got them at 11-6.
Okay.
I don't see any better than that. 12-5 is a little bit steep for me. I don't, after winning 14 last year, I see a little bit of digression, even though it's a more talented roster. I think it's going to be a fun season.
All right. Very good. And what we should do is thank our sponsors. Do we want to thank them?
Yeah, sure. 2 more times. It's fine. It's fine. Give us a little.
We'll pay them once today.
Take a little sip here.
They've got their money's worth. Let me tell you.
We're good. I'm sleeping tonight. Trust me. I'm sleeping.
790 The Score, your best bet for sports.
The Rhode Island Building and Construction Trades Council. 10,000 skilled craftsmen and women. Together with our contractors, we spend approximately $6 million per year training our membership in state-of-the-art construction technologies to ensure a stable, safe, and productive workforce, delivering projects on time and on or under budget with the finest craftsmanship in the industry. The Rhode Island Building and Construction Trades Council. We build Rhode Island.
Celebrating 25 years, Build RI members have been directly involved in constructing over 110 local, all-union, large-scale commercial construction projects worth more than $10 billion, promoting local economic development initiatives in order to create business opportunities for local businesses and work opportunities for local skilled craftsmen and women in a competitive environment that is level and fair. With career opportunities developed through apprenticeship training programs, the focus is geared towards making their craftsmen and women the most highly skilled in the construction industry. To find out more, visit buildri.org. All right, so
before we get into baseball, I know we have Dan in studio taking pictures, and I just can't help myself. I got to get all my Seinfeld rips in before. But you said the word photog.
Yeah.
Okay. During the break.
Oh, here we go.
And then I think of Dan, and then I think of the episode when Costanza's and Kramer's he's like, I've known to be a little bit of a photog, and then he's taking pictures of him, and of course, George he's on an angle, and he's got the shirt on. He goes, well, I can't tell you got nice pecs, but I can't tell through the shirt. He goes, because you're a fun guy. You're a fun guy. He goes, I feel fat. No, you're not. You're a good looking guy. And then Jerry hears them through the door, and he comes out, and he's like, goes, you are a lover, you are. And he's like, oh yeah, this can't miss. He comes through, and he's taking the pictures of Costanza, and he's on it's great. I mean, it's one of my great episodes. Oh yeah, this can't fail. He goes, I'm just thinking with Dan being in studio.
There'll be many references. He could do the whole 28 to 30 minutes.
I mean, I got a good face for radio. You look great. You got the hair down today.
Thanks. It looks better with the headphones on. I'm noticing.
Very nice. We got the black on black all the way around. Yeah. But, man, I had to get that in there before we get to baseball because it's even though I can't wait to get to baseball.
Oh, I know. Yes.
Usually.
Well, let's run it back. All right, so baseball is happening. We already mentioned at the beginning Mickey Gasper, which I think is a fun story. Yeah. Roman Anthony got a home run at the Woo Sox. You would have thought he walked on water.
No, actually, it was down at Polar Park. It was AA.
Oh, Portland. AA. Oh.
Stories in AAA, I think, and Roman's down in AA. And it was when I tell you, it looked like Roman in the WBC when he hit it 800 feet. Yeah. First at bat, it was a moonshot.
Yeah.
But, let's pump the brakes.
Exactly. That's what I just wanted to say, because they acted like, well, this is it. Get him in the lineup. Here's the thing. Would you want him back? I mean, how quick do you want him back? Because I feel like they're in a little bit of a slump right now. They're not as high as they were, but I don't know if you should mess with the lineup as much.
No, I think what you're trying to say is you're kind of saying two things, because I think your initial statement's the one where they're not playing that well anymore. So let's forget about let's not mess up what they got going. Everybody's flattened out. You're the back of your baseball card. The team stinks on ice right now. They lost 8 out of 12. Okay. They lost 2 out of 3 in Pittsburgh. Didn't even face Skeens. I mentioned that on Pro FM last week because he's been struggling. His velocity's down.
Yeah, he said that.
They showed a picture of him on the beach. He had a pop belly. He was with his girl. He had a gut. He's maybe not. He's a little bit out of shape. His velocity's down. They didn't put him on the IL. They just shelved him for a few days and they pushed him to Wednesday against Detroit, and they won the game, but he didn't get the win. He didn't even go 5. He hasn't been able to get out of the 5th inning, and his velocity's down. His velocity's around 96, 97. Something's off with him. My point is, Pittsburgh went with a bullpen game, and we still shanked
I didn't think that was going to happen.
But yes, your question.
So if you're fatter, doesn't that mean you have more velocity? velocity because you have more weight behind your throws?
Yeah, put the fork down.
Okay.
Seriously, Skeens. All right.
Well, I'm just saying,
All right,
Toley's not a little guy.
No, but he's stout. Like Skeens, they showed him with no shirt on, and he had a gut. He had a pot
he likes his Miller Lights.
Okay, and you didn't get the big contract yet, and he's been a little bit off. His ERA going into that game the other day was like 3.88, which talking about a guy who won Rookie of the Year and then Cy Young last year. Still a great pitcher. I wanted to see them face Skeens, but then they bullpenned it against us with like emergency starters, and the Sox still lost. I was on the baseball field all day, so I didn't see that game, but they got blown out. They only won. They lost 2 out of 3 in Pittsburgh after losing 3 out of 4 versus Toronto. We talked about that last week. And Sonny Gray was the only bright spot in that series. He won his 15th game for the first time in his career.
Crazy.
He's won 15 games. He's I think 15-2 or 15-3. He's been a revelation for the Red Sox. Hopefully he can keep it going down the stretch because you got guys like Toley, who's been great. Looked a little tired in the game against Arizona the other day. Jake Bennett hit the wall. So some of these guys are at that innings limit. You start to wonder how far these kids can take the Sox.
And they were saying that Crochet said he could give them a couple innings, but literally like 2. And is that you do want that?
I don't care. There was some talk
2
about 2
innings.
So what? They were talking with that bullpen at the back of it. Slayton's on the IL. He's got a pear-shaped body. Another Skeens. He can't field his position. Stay on the IL. Okay, he stinks anyways. Chapman's not what he was last year. Whitlock's on the IL. You need a little help in that bullpen. You get him as a weapon for 2 innings. You bring him in for once around the bat in order 2 innings. I'm fine with that. I wouldn't do the opener thing where he pitches 2 because sometimes before you go in there, it's already 4-0. I don't like that idea. Bayo's been great. I don't mess with that because a lot of people are saying if they're thin, will they give Bayo another crack at it?
Right.
The poor guy still needs to be hugged and he needs a caddy. So someone has to pitch that first inning for him.
Oh, so then Crochet could do it.
Well, I don't like that idea. I want Crochet out of the. I want Crochet late in the game.
Just trying to problem
I want him as a power arm in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning when you start setting it up with Guerrero. The kid Guerrero comes in, 35-year-old out of the Mexican League. He throws 102, 103. He's been another guy who came out of nowhere. So a couple of guys have popped. But that bullpen's still a little bit shaky for me. Weissett came in the other day. You know how I feel about him. I'll drive him to the airport, okay? I know that they're thin right now.
Wait, which
injuries.
airport? TF Green?
What?
Or Logan?
As soon as I see him up on the screen, I got a full bar. I look up. I know this is an L. And that's the game. It's 2-2. He gives up 3. It's 5-2. That's the game. Gasper hit the 3-run homer to tie it. Sox lose it in 10. But even in that game, they showed some fight. I like that the Red Sox showed some fight.
Yeah.
One little side story just to that Arizona series. Manager Torey Lovullo for Arizona, if it wasn't for Chad Tracy and this amazing run that the Red Sox went on, he could be your next manager. Still an interim manager. He doesn't have a contract after this year.
So his whole family was managers, right?
His dad, Jim Tracy, managed the Dodgers and Pirates. Yeah. And
did Chad ever play?
Chad played in the major leagues, I believe. Yes,
yeah,
he had a career as a third baseman, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, minor. He got in the majors, but mostly a minor league career. But he played some in the majors. My point is, I love Tracy. He could be manager of the year if it wasn't for Will Venable with the White Sox. He turned it around there this year. Or Kevin Cash, who's done it again in Tampa. But I'm just thinking like Torey Lovullo used to be on John Farrell's staff. He was a Red Sox bench coach.
Okay.
He's the manager in Arizona. Doesn't have a contract beyond this year. They haven't even talked about it. So he's probably going to be gone. And the other night I heard something very disturbing. What their best player, Ketel Marte, was in town, but didn't show up to the ballpark. This is Red Sox stuff where you don't even get answers. It sounded like what we would do.
Yeah, right.
And nobody could understand. They
Didn't he get an x-ray or something?
So they spun it into an x-ray. They IL'd them.
All these lies.
I know
I can't stand it.
They put him on the restricted list because Lovullo admitted it. He goes, I don't know where he is right now. He goes, he's like a son to me, but I reached out to him, but I haven't really got much back. So you don't know where he is then. So he's AWOL, 21 home runs. He's an all-star player.
Dennis Rodman.
Second base, all-star, the whole 9. And this kid's been a problem. That's why they wanted to trade him in the offseason. And they were talking about a huge trade between the Red Sox and Diamondbacks. And ironically, could have happened. There was going to be a big package. One of the names mentioned in the deal was Marcelo Mayer, and the Red Sox said no. They didn't want to give Mayer up. And here we are 4 months later. You gave him up for a left-handed reliever anyways. He's gone.
Right.
But Mate's a problem. There's something off there. So they put him on the restricted list. It said not injury related. And then the next day they IL'd him, said he's going to get an MRI on his knee. This kid, something's off with this guy.
Okay.
My point is Lovullo probably isn't going to be in Arizona much longer. At the end of the season, he's probably going to be gone. This whole thing with Tracy, I hope Tracy is the next guy. But if not, who knows? And who knows if there's baseball next year. But Lavolo could be a guy. He's going to get work somewhere. A good baseball guy. Just a weird story. It's kind of seemed like something that happens in our backyard usually.
Yeah, right.
You know? So,
we're used to having all the heat.
And the Red Sox caught a break in that series. They didn't face Eddie Rodriguez, former lefty for the Red Sox. They beat up on the pitching that they had to, at least get 2 out of 3 in that series. So, of course, you want the sweep, but you'll take 2 out. I'll take 2 out of 3s all day.
All right. Well, no, I mean, and obviously it's such a turnaround from the beginning of the season. Did you hear that story about the Dodgers? And like one of the owners doesn't have enough. It comes down to like there's not enough money. So they promised, let's say, Ohtani, whatever, the whatever. And they said if it went through, let's say, 2030 or 20 something, they don't have enough money to pay him throughout his contract.
Well,
like
his money's deferred till he's 100 and something, like Bobby Bonilla, or like Bobby Bonilla gets $1 million a year till 2032 or something.
Oh wow,
from the Mets, yeah. But Ohtani's contract, he gets like $2 million base salary.
I didn't know if you heard about it.
And he makes 70. I mean, it's like, no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, there was something where they don't have enough money to give the players that they wrote the contracts for.
So he's gonna say, sorry guys, I can't cut the check this month. Yeah.
Well, the guy who's so old, he'll probably be dead by he's 80 something years old. So he's probably like, I don't have to worry about it.
Well, you signed Kyle Tucker for I think 3 years, like 40. I think he got 60 million a year, and he went to the Cubs. He got traded from the Astros to the Cubs. I told you, nice player a couple of years ago, but I told you that deal, I could not believe the money he got. He had 266 last year with the Cubs. The other night, he missed a ball in the outfield, like a routine fly ball. They won the game 11-3. I felt bad. He was in the dugout. He literally had tears in his eyes. He was like, they almost want to just ship him out and just shelve him for a while because it's mental.
Oh.
He's not hitting. He's hitting like 0.53 the last like month. And here's a guy they gave 60 million a year to. They overpay these guys. And I thought that contract was odd to overpay a guy. I just feel like the Dodgers are like acting the way the Yankees used to, where they're just hogging every player. Edwin Diaz, the closer, went back on the IL. He can't get anybody out. And, there's still Mookie's starting to get hot a little. He's got 16 home runs right now. But Ohtani's looking to take home another MVP award if he can have a good finish.
Well, yeah. And hopefully he get some more money from those New Balance endorsements. Is there anything else in baseball that we should stand out? The Yankees, Bobby and I watched a couple games.
Yeah, let's give them a little credit. I mean, there was one ball, I didn't see it. And I mean, my eyes are not good even with the new glasses. Looked like the polar bear hit a home run the other night that would have possibly won that game or helped win that game against the Yankees. They ended up getting swept. And I guess they replayed it. They took it to Secaucus, New Jersey. They replayed it and they said it was foul. Because sometimes, when it goes so high,
you can't.
How can you tell if it's fair or not? Because it's over the foul pole.
Right.
But it looked fair, I guess. And they took it back and the Yankees won that series. They swept the O's. O's were a hot team. So that kind of put them kind of back in that little all right, let's try to get that third wild card. So Yankees won 3. Cole pitched great the other night. Unfortunately for them, I hate to say it, Jess, they can't seem to get everyone together. I know their position players, Judge, Stanton, and Bellinger, are not back yet.
Right.
But how about the fact they finally got Rodon back, who looked okay, but Max Fried went back on the IL. I love Fried, the lefty. He's terrific. And I don't like this. It's only a bone bruise. I know you're going to say, but he had that injury earlier in the year and he missed 2 months. So if it's the same injury.
How do you get a bone bruise?
They say it's
you
the
get
same
hit with someone?
They say it's the same injury, and if that's the case, then that could be the season for him.
Oh no.
They're not saying anything yet, but it doesn't look good for Fried. So the other thing before we do close out baseball, just is that, and I keep saying to everybody that the Red Sox are comfortably in that second wild card spot. And the funny part is, someone made a point, and I just thought of it, and I said, wow, what a good point to think that maybe I don't want to see them lose games down the stretch, but the third wild card would work better for Red Sox Nation. I'll tell you why. If you get the third, if the season ended today,
okay,
and if you were we were the third wild card and not the second wild card, we would go to Houston. Okay. I like our chances against the Astros.
Okay, yeah.
If we're the second wild card and we're right now we're 5.5 in that second wild card, so for us to go to the third, we'd have to almost collapse to get to that third.
Okay.
We got to go to Yankee Stadium and face Schlittler and Cole.
Why would it be? Oh, because the Yankees are ranked higher.
And we get no home game.
Yeah, but
no, we'd have to still go to.
But
Houston.
You guys,
we'd still have to go to Houston and not get a home game. But I'd rather play 3 in Houston than 3 in Yankee Stadium. I'm just saying, yes, absolutely.
You guys crushed us.
Stop it. I'd rather play the Astros. Yordan Alvarez is a Triple Crown candidate right now. I know you hate Altuve, but that team does not go away. Jeremy Pena out of Classical. He's had a great year. So
shortstop, right?
Yeah,
or second base.
Yes, shortstop. You can never get rid of those Astros. They always seem to be
They're the
there,
pain in the ass.
I'd love to go play them. So if the Red Sox kind of collapse,
can you appreciate that joke?
If they, it's okay. I'm on a roll. If they listen, we're on borrowed time. I got a show and a half left. What are we doing over here, right? But like, I'm looking at this stretch run. If the Sox do, I don't want to see them collapse and not get anything and end up out of the playoffs.
Yeah, no.
But if they would have slide into the third wild card, ideally that would be the spot. If you want to be like, shoot for the stars. Well, you want to pass the Yankees, and you want to get that first wild card and let them come to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
But we're 4 behind the Yankees. I told the customer the other day, it's not happening. You're not catching New York. We do have one more series in New York in a week. Tomorrow they head for Miami to play the Marlins, and then they play the Yankees in New York over the weekend.
All right. So if the Yankees, who would they play if they're not playing the Red Sox? Who would they
So
be
they
in the
would play
Wild?
whoever that third wild card team is. There's about 8 teams fighting for that one spot. You've got Cleveland. You've got Minnesota. Clemens' kid's still hitting the hell out of the ball.
Oh, good.
So you want a bunch of teams fighting for that spot, assuming that the White Sox win the division. If we go on the premise that Chicago's going to win the Central and the Astros win the West, now you got a bunch of teams like Seattle. They're all fighting for that one spot. Like I said, if the Sox falter, they could flip and end up in that third spot. That would be ideal for them. But
we'll just have to do a video.
I'm actually almost hoping that they falter a little bit, but not falter out.
Right.
Okay.
Now you're playing with
tough one. I'm playing with fire.
Yeah. Just
get in and be happy you got in and see what happens.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
All right. So that's gonna wrap it up. We got 20 minutes left. Let's go into birthdays. Are you good with that?
Yes, I am.
It is Sunday, August 23rd, the day after Dean's birthday, who was born today.
All right. Speaking of that, we got Dan doing footage here.
Yes, photography, yes.
Daniel Rudiger.
Who?
Is 78. I figured same namesake.
Yeah.
He is the original Rudy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I admit I cry every time. I don't know if I'll cry next week on our finale of Keeping Score. But the movie Rudy is one of my top 5 of all time in my life. If it's on, I'm watching it.
Is it bad that I thought his first name was Rudy?
No, because that's what they called him. It was Rudy. It's Rudiger. It was his last name.
Oh, I thought that was his first.
No, it's Daniel.
Oh boy, I gotta watch that again.
And he is 78
Oh,
today.
wow, okay.
Yes. A friend of ours and a former guest on Keeping Score, the great Joe Andruzzi, is 51.
Beautiful.
Good friend of ours, came on the show, is great.
Fantastic. He spent some time,
signed my football. I think he thought I was a little disturbed by the time the show was over with some of my savant
you
type.
Were my,
yeah, no.
He thought you were my special boy.
Little I can't even say that. I gotta be careful.
Very good.
What are they gonna do to us now? I mean, anyways.
Well, I still work in this building.
I know.
We can't really get that far.
Now that guy got Jerry, I can't get fired. Now that guy got. I want to go out in a blaze of incompetence, he says. Now, when I walk down the street, I want people to say, now that guy got canned.
Oh, people are going to be missing this so much. Keep
After
going.
being funny, now I hate to say this one.
Oh,
but
God, someone's dead.
Yeah, the late, great Kobe Bryant.
Oh, tragedy.
18-time All-Star, 5-time world champion, Hall of Fame God, passed away in 2020. We all know the story there at the age of 40 with his daughter. Our hearts go out to the family there, but Kobe was one of, I'll put him in my top 10 all-time players of all time. Not top 5, but he's in my top 10. He'd do anything for a victory. Yeah. Kobe was great.
And, he was.
Yeah, one baseball player, Mike Yastrzemski is 36 today.
Oh, wow.
4th outfielder for the Atlanta Braves, obviously San Francisco Giants, Kansas City Royals. He's actually carved out a nice career, little baby Yaz, 36 years old today. Shifting over to the entertainment side, Scott Conn, TV movie actor. Scott Conn is 50. James Conn was his father. He was in Godfather. Stop it now, going side to side.
He's cute.
Yeah, he's got the blonde hair.
Yeah. Not worth mentioning.
No, hold on. I'm not done yet. Entourage. He was a jerk in that. Hawaii Five-0. Okay, the remake, the reboot of Hawaii Five-0. Dan's laughing, he's chuckling. All right, and by the way, in the fall, he's going to be partnered up on NCIS New York. Okay, and I believe he's going to be partnered up with LL Cool J in that.
Oh,
yeah. So nice. Scott Conn is 50, and his father, of course, was Sonny Corleone in Godfather.
Very
so
nice.
don't tell me he's not worthy. Shelley Long is 77.
Oh, I love Shelley Long.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Beverly Hills.
All right, so
Cheers.
The Money Pit, whatever. Yep. Cheers. I got to be honest with you. Great on Cheers, the relationship with Sammy, but I was more of a fan of Rebecca when she took over. So I like the later years.
Alley.
I liked 85 to 93. She was 82 to 85. So I was, I
loved too pure.
I loved Coach, but I liked it when it was Woody and Kirsty going forward.
I agree.
So
I'm with you on that.
And of course, we always talk about birthdays like the day. It's August 23rd.
Yeah.
But there's still a couple of birthdays yesterday. How about my idol, Kyle Yastrzemski, is 87.
Wait, so his grandson is one day apart?
His grandson's on the 23rd. And my idol, Kyle Yastrzemski, we have the same birthday.
Very nice.
He's 87 today.
Great.
And of course, as you just said, the aforementioned, your partner, keeping score co-host at least for another week, Dean Salitro, is 55 today.
Oh, wait, I hit the wrong button.
Yesterday.
There we go.
What? Those are my birthdays for August 22nd and August 23rd.
Very nicely done. All right, so we have 17 minutes left. You're really going above and beyond. Do you want to, which bed do you want me? Do you want me to move to this bed for the last, because it is like the last part of our show. However, we have 17 minutes, and I know you brought props.
Yeah,
so this should be fun. Once again, we're on YouTube for our final 2 shows. Actually, our final 3. So follow us, Keeping Score on YouTube. And there we go. He's like, can you bring the chair back in so I can put my bag on it? I'm like, what are you doing? It's your birthday weekend.
So obviously I'm blessed. I mean, when people are coming into my work bringing me gifts with a full bar and they're telling me I got to open it up in front of them, the whole 9. And then, of course, my cousin Sharon went to Fenway a couple of weeks ago and got me, obviously, I still love I call it the Aroldis Chapman hat that you got me 2 years ago because I remember seeing him wearing it in the All-Star game and I'm like, I love that hat. And of course, you got it for me.
Right.
But my cousin Sharon was at Fenway and got me the Boston Strong.
Nice. I love that.
Yep.
Now I'm nervous. What else you got to take?
No, so obviously you got the 617, the representation, the whole 9.
Yeah, 47 brand. I love that.
Yeah, 47. I got the blue look to it, so I was going to wear it today, but you told me to wear black, so I went on all black. So I want to see that.
We can switch it up. Dan, is it okay? Can you wear the yellow hat for a couple?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to pull it, and I'll put it maybe in the video.
Okay,
or whatever.
We'll figure it out.
So I want to thank my cousin Sharon for that gift.
Very nicely done.
So this gift that was brought to me by our friends, he's my, he'll always be my PC insider, but only for another week because Matt Malo, my former PC of the show, Keeping Score, is going to be no longer. He won't be my PC insider or our insider anymore. Right. But him and Heather came in the other night and they got me this gift. Unfortunately, that I'm bringing the box for the prop. Okay.
What
it came out of the box a little bit injured, but it's Cosmo making his entrance.
Beautiful.
Okay. So I hope I'm putting it up right.
We're not sponsored by Seinfeld, which you would think that we were because that's how many references we have.
When I tell you this was so thoughtful, they came in for dinner. They sitting in the corner.
Did you break it?
I didn't have no. I opened the box. I got home and I would have never told them. I would have just lied.
Right.
But he told me. Him and Heather said, make sure you take a picture of it on your box. They said I was going to put it on the bar when I got home. And when I got home, I don't know. I felt so bad. I didn't sleep that night because I felt bad for them because I know I had to tell him. And he's still texting me like right now, like telling me he feels so bad about it. I said, listen.
So what happened? The head fell off?
My brother's no, he had a broken leg and the door at the top was busted up in a couple of areas. So my brother's gonna do some things. We'll get it back to. We'll get some super. I found little pieces of like the foot.
Jesus.
It wasn't. I know it was a tough one. And I you know me. I take care of my.
Of course.
And I took it on the box. Condition. It just wasn't meant to be. I opened the package.
Show it up
to
the cameras again. There we go.
So it's Cosmo. It's Cosmo Kramer entrance bobblehead. So
that makes sense.
Larry's gonna fix it. It's another project for Larry. We'll make that happen. Okay.
You keep the box. Too,
so I just want to thank Heather and Matt. They're the most thoughtful people. Just the fact that that they took the time to do that for me.
Yep.
And I was very, very touched by that.
Very nice. No, they're very thoughtful.
So I've got one more that's kind of similar to this, but you're gonna be very floored by this. Okay.
Wow, I love that everything's in a different part of the bag.
Well, I want to make sure everything's okay. So I'm reaching over here. So our friend. Tap That Glass.
Oh, yeah.
Mario Abundanza, who's always doing for Dean all the time.
Yeah, we got to go there, by the way.
Mario is the greatest. So he's the one who shows up Thursday night right before I'm jammed. I'm like, I got to open it now. He's like, yeah, open it now. So the sidebar to this, has nothing to do with anything, right? The sidebar to this is we have to thank a guy named Terrence for this gift right here to me because Terrence is kind of was the brains behind it. Maybe Mario came up with the idea, but this guy maybe it executed it. So I know I mentioned to you earlier in the show about the Panox and how what they got me for the birthday for the
bobblehead,
for the wedding gift of myself, of a likeness of myself. So this one's gonna take you for a little bit of a loop. I don't know how this may factor in with you a little bit at home. I don't know how the little half is going to think about this.
I'm very intrigued.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's always a likeness, and Mario to this day can't understand why we're holding hands. Maybe we're walking out. Maybe we're walking out of the studio for the last time together. But
wait, show it to the cameras.
Yes, I can.
Well, thank you.
Again, like I said, it's a likeness to us.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Why don't I wear the keeping score here?
I noticed my hair's receding, but I mean, come on. I mean, that's me in 5 years, but okay, we're getting there. I get
Let
it.
me see that.
But,
I gotta bring it up to the other camera. I mean, you look. I think I look better than you. You look. I don't think that looks like you. But I mean, I get the glasses. It does look like you have a receding hairline, and I love that we're just walking off. Wait, I gotta make sure this is on the YouTube. Walking off into the sunset. It looks like we're both bald in this one. That is hilarious. That is so. Actually, you know what the thing is? That could be anybody. So really, it could be just you wearing our shirt, and then that could be someone in the future.
But
Who
just
knows?
to take the time to make it all kind of come together.
Of course, very nice.
The logo.
I think it looks more like me than it looks like you.
Okay, the logo's classic.
I love that your tongue is sticking out. Yeah, the logo's huge, and it came out so good.
That's what she said. What? Okay.
The logo's Wait, I don't want to break it. That is hilarious. I don't even. That's what I should have gotten you. That sucks. That's a good idea. That was a very good.
I mean,
very good.
Come
gift.
on. I mean, like. The thought that goes into something like that.
And probably not cheap either. Jeez. Because we're like, I don't know what the hell we're doing
next week.
With tears. I'll make sure you wear that outfit next week. We'll keep that for next week. I like that. Like,
well, I'm saving the props for the video too.
They kind of gave you like a bald spot, which is not accurate. Wow. Very nice stuff. Very nice gifts for your birthday. And again,
I'm very lucky.
I know it was your birthday weekend, but the gift has not arrived yet. So that's not coming. So it's going to be for next week.
We only got one show left. So I mean, step on it.
That's why I wanted to make sure.
Make sure they don't break it either. Because wherever it's coming from.
It's going to be very well wrapped.
I feel bad. We're going to make the Cosmo. Larry will put Cosmo back together with some super glue. We'll be okay. Yeah. But overall, I'm very, very lucky. So I got these for the video.
We can't. I can't wait for that bobblehead. That's hilarious. I just don't understand what I'm wearing. Like, that is just very.
Like I said, it always comes out like, you know.
Yeah. But you're like this.
No. So like even Mario
that
said,
is
open
an
it.
older.
Mario
That's
goes,
an older
you guys are holding hands. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how little Jess is gonna feel about this. I'm like, I think she knows we're going good. I think, but it does look like we're going for a walk or something. Like,
walk into the sunset.
After our last episode.
Unbelievable.
Classic stuff, though.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, the T-shirt is what makes that.
It really
That's
does.
how you know it's you, because otherwise, I don't know what else to give you on that one. All right, so we got. We got 9 minutes left.
All right,
I'm exhausted.
So we'll hold off on like I said, my baseball, the trifecta day.
Okay,
we'll can that for a couple of minutes. I do want to talk about a couple of incidences after the trifecta day, and I mentioned I know I had a couple of rough instances where like Target, in the line where they didn't have any cashiers. Yes. Okay, we get it. Yeah. All right, but the day of the trifecta, it's like 8:15, so I'm on my way home. I'm totally checked. I'm tired, but I needed some Mountain Dew and some Coke Zero, so I go to like Market Basket.
Okay.
So I must have got a couple of other items over there, whatever it was. And so I'm in the line. The guy in front of me, I go to the line where it says 20 or less items.
Yes.
So now the lady, like, she's burnt. It's the end of the night. They probably close at 9. I get it.
Yeah.
So like she's kind of like picking on this guy a little bit. She goes, "You're lucky I don't throw you out of my line." She's trying to be funny, but she's letting him know. He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because you got more than 20 items." Mm-hmm. So I'm right behind him, and I'm like,
"It's a smaller like."
Yeah. Like he's like, "Well," she goes, "You had 34. It was 24. The guy had. He was 4 items over. Like, get over it now. It's in. Just suck it up and do it. Shut the light off and be done. Then I don't know what to tell you. So all that, like, I feel like it got her like kind of in a. So now I leave. I only get my few items because she said something kind of like she wanted to involve me in it a little bit.
And you were just like, I'm like,
life's too short. I go, it's not the end. The night's almost over. It's like, suck it up.
Yep.
All right. You're a cashier. Like Jerry says to the girl, you're a cashier. She goes, she says to Jerry, I can't be with someone. I saw your act the other night. You saw my act and it's over? She goes, well, I can't be with someone if I don't respect what they do. He goes, you're a cashier. So anyways.
There's a long, anyway.
So now I walk out. Yeah.
Show's almost over.
I walk out and I'm just feeling like the numbers just don't add up and I don't care about $3 or $4. It's the principle again. It's like, how many times am I going to get hosed over here?
Yeah. Well, the last time you got hosed at Target, you did it yourself.
No, but she's right, but she did the void and I still got charged. Don't take her side, take my side. So anyways, she didn't give me a
maybe this will make our last show easier for fighting.
She didn't give me a receipt and I just rolled. I left, but then I started thinking about it. I walked back in. I said, you never gave me a receipt. So she goes to reach down and I see that like she did something wrong and it was like $3, $4. Now, of course, you know what happens. Oh, I can't do it. You're going to go over there now.
Yeah.
And hurry up because they're going to be closing the customer service over there.
Right.
So now I got to go do it.
Now we got to.
So hose job there. Now I go to Stop and Shop the next morning to get Stop and Shop to get the muffins for my mother the next morning, and I had an issue in there with the It said so when you go to where the Mountain Dews are because they didn't have it in Market Basket that night. So I went to Stop and Shop that morning, got my mother's muffins.
Yeah.
Now I go to get. Now I know the muffins. I get 8 of them. That's like $12. So I know what I got there. So I get the Mountain Dew. It said it's $7.79 or whatever, but it's like. Buy 2, you get 2 for free.
Oh, nice.
So that kind of evens out to what I would get if I got it at Market Basket, okay? So I put them in come over, put them down, and now all of a sudden she charged me like it's $10 more than it should be. I mean, I know the numbers. I'm good. I'm decent with numbers.
Yes, you're very good.
So I went down back to the aisle, and I shouldn't have done this, but I ripped the original sticker right off because I wasn't playing games over here. Because underneath it said something else. And I said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not cheap. I said, but I will put these back just on principle. I won't buy them. So the boss guy comes over, the guy with like his little thin on top. He's always there.
Right.
The guy with the dark skin. He's always there.
Like I know you still want to be nice to people.
He said he's right. He said he's right.
Okay.
Yeah, but still an inconvenience. It's like, do it right?
No one can do their job, Dean.
I said, and I had to pull the sticker off, so I'm a little guilty there. Oh, and I know what it was. I was very cognizant of the lady behind me. I said, listen, I don't need it that bad. I'll put it all back. I said, I'm not holding up the line.
Okay.
The lady was a sweetheart. She's like, no, you're okay. She knew that I wasn't that guy.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not holding up the line. I don't need the soda that bad, but I'm not buying these if it's not. And then they did the difference and they, gave me money and whatever.
Right.
And they made the adjustment. But a couple of little instances that I don't need.
Well,
people
can't do their job anymore.
Kills the buzz at the end of your night, and then the following morning, it's like you're off to a tough start. But
that's me driving to work every day.
I had a long Monday. I went up to Frank Rebezzo's law office. He booked my flight for Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Then I realized
I'm like, you don't really need to get the law involved.
Then I realized my passport was expired 10 years ago. So I still got to do that. But I
knew that. I told you that.
I went to AAA and got the real ID thing though.
Yeah,
so
nice.
Right now I got like a temporary license in my a piece of paper for my license. What?
Did you do a new picture?
Yeah, but I didn't know I was going there, so my hair's all like that
it.
again. Oh, all right. So it's Oh, hold on.
But you can't wear a hat.
I didn't know I was going. Yeah, you take the hat off.
Let me see.
There you go.
You throw it at me like I don't want to give your address out, but I want to see what this picture looks like because you look like a
looks bad as the one before. What are we gonna do? Wait a minute. Let me go to my car and see if I can I'll go to my mother's and.
Oh my! I gotta cover your.
What? Yeah, it looks like the last one, except I have less here. Yeah, I don't have as much lettuce. Give me the thing back. Give me the damn thing back, will you?
I never want to see that again, ever again.
So Frank,
when I'm gonna cry next week, show me that picture.
So Frank was impressed because he told me I was gonna have to go to the DMV to get it done, and I got a bunch of customers that could have helped me do that because they work there.
Yeah.
But I went to AAA, which is sort of my DMV, so they took care of me there, and I'm still gonna get the passport just to get ahead of the curve over here.
Yes.
But I had a very productive Monday after a tough start, so I just wanted to let you know that. What do we got left in this second class edition?
2 minutes. You want to talk about your 3 games on last
so
Sunday?
I got through it 9 to 11, 10 on Sunday. I was decent. I had a decent day. Mandarelli's still on the shelf. Then I went to Rhode Island College. I pitched an inning, scoreless, gave up 2 hits in a crossover game for the Hurricanes, and I didn't have to leave the park.
Which was
the next game.
Benefit.
Yeah, I saved on the Petro, and I didn't get lost. So the second game came in, and I wasn't great in that game. I gave up. I think I got Frank Rebezzo out, my lawyer.
Okay.
Got him out on the ground to the shortstop, with a couple of men on base to end 1 inning. The next inning gave up a couple, but it was a good day. We had a little grilled out, some hot dogs after the game. And I went, like I said, then the market basket thing happened. But real quick, one thing I wanted to tell you, I don't want to leave on a gross note, but like I always leave the seeds on the bench for anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I prefer that you get them and you dump them into your hand, that you don't just keep going back in, because now I'm out. They're yours now. Okay. And one of the guys who borrowed a hat from me early in the year, which I never wore again. All right. Once you touch it, you own it. You want to borrow my hat? Fine, but I'm not wearing it again.
Well, then you're giving it.
I'm giving it to you.
Yeah.
So I caught him. He went into the thing with his disgusting fingers. And then and then I caught him.
Dirty too.
No, then I'm gonna really go. And then I caught him when a guy does the thing where instead of blowing your nose, they do this.
Oh,
so the other,
the snot rockets.
I want to throw. I'm over. It's done now. So you know what? The seeds are yours. Okay. I mean,
I'm out.
That's why now I get the bag, because I want to share. I want to give other people.
That's very nice.
But I take a bunch and I put them in my back pocket. And those are my seeds for the day. And then you guys can be disgusting, because I don't roll that way. And he's not one of my favorite guys on the team either, just so you know.
Well, that's great. I'm glad. I hope he's listening, but we don't need any more sponsorships. So Tom Brady always used to do that on the sidelines. The thing.
Right.
That's
right.
disgusting.
But he didn't. So the other day he did it again. He had just got a double. He scored a run, came in. I saw him do this. So I'm like, yeah, nice rip, nice job. And I side saddled. I'm like, I'm not touching your hand. I'm not fist bumping you. It's gross.
That's disgusting.
There's gonna be some, listen.
Is he married?
Let me be careful. I don't know much about his background.
All right, let's not talk about him anymore. That's really getting us down.
No offense. Him and I are not cut from the same cloth. Let's leave it alone, okay? So we got one more edition of Keeping Score.
Yes, that's it. Last episode. I know.
This has been fun. Today was fun.
This is great. We should have been doing that. We might have had more sponsors if we had. Thank you so much. And that
kind of looks like Daniel Rudiger a little bit. I've seen the real Rudiger, well, Rudy's 78. You don't know.
Dan's not that old. Hopefully we have some good photos for next week. We're going to take one together now. I think, by the way, we're back on YouTube, at least for this episode and next week's. But this is Keeping Score with Jess and Dean for now. Follow us while you can, Facebook and Instagram. Happy birthday weekend, Dean.
Thank you.
I'll have your gift next week, okay?
Bye.
All right, bye.